Y'all, let's see what vibes we got. Come through. Good morning. Good morning, Christine Beauty Lounge. It's been a while. Good morning. Good morning. All right, y'all know. Hey, Tammy. Good morning. I just got to go to my Facebook page. 1 second, guys. You know the deal. You know the deal. Let me just come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I know. I figured that, Christine. I figured that. The other day I thought about calling you and touching base with you, and I realized that you're probably working a crazy schedule. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning. Let's see. Oh, kiss the boys. I know that's right. Come through. These are the vibes. Get them. Hey. Makes my life complete, sweet. Hey, you're my wifey. What? Wow. I love it when men feel like that about their wives. It's so sweet. I'm still thinking about that shit Johnny said yesterday or the day before. I can't keep up with my days. Where he said, where he said that his wife is his best friend. That's what he said. Okay. Good morning, Rashmi. Good morning. So, I have random thoughts this morning. That happens to me at times. I get these random thoughts every now and again. It happens, guys. All right. Good morning, One Reliable Sin. Hey, So Blessed 2021. Hey, Keita. Good morning. Good morning. So, happy fucking Wednesday, y'all. Happy hump day, right? So, yesterday I was in a little bit of celebration. I constantly try to progress. My nose is shining because I put oil on my face and shit. It's not snot, it's not boogers. All right. Let's not embarrass me that way. I mean, every now and again I come on here with something in my hair, something over here, something over there. But this morning it's just oil. All right. All right, we good. Well, good morning. Good morning. Again, I have random thoughts, but this morning, yesterday I was celebrating because, listen, running a business is hard and it's expensive. I don't sneeze at anyone that's running a business right now. I don't. I don't sneeze at anyone that is running a business. Not at all. Not at all. It takes a lot of work to run a business. It does. It absolutely does. All right. And so I was celebrating yesterday because for 2 years, because of COVID and everything, I had submitted Raw to the Bone to be trademarked. Okay. And it's been going and it was going and it was going. And ultimately, I had to onboard a lawyer. That's when it became expensive. Okay. Expensive for me to trademark and secure my name. And I know a lot of people are saying that I could have done it for cheaper. I could have done it myself, but I started out doing it myself. But the classifications were really messing me up. The classifications were messing me up. So I could not, I could not, I didn't feel comfortable doing it myself. So Raw to the Bone actually made it to registration level, right? You know, what that means is that no one else can have that name. That's basically what it means. It means that I secured it. That's basically what it means. I paid all this money so that Raw to the Bone is registered and trademarked and owned by me. All right. So, you know, if I happen to see another person out there with Raw to the Bone with the threes in it, right? Because it's the spelling, it's everything, right? Then I'm coming for you. You know, it's my name. The same way you wouldn't walk around and take my name, Robin White. Why would you take Raw to the Bone? Why would I have to register? I didn't have to register my first and last name, but I do have a birth certificate that says that's me. But I don't have any paperwork that says Raw to the Bone is me, right? This is why we got to protect our business, our interests, the things that we, you know, say we love. So I'm still celebrating that, y'all. And I appreciate all those that reached out and congratulated me in that feat, because that's definitely a milestone. All right. And when people say, you know, congratulations, I see you in your little business, they hating on you. Right? They hating on you. Don't let anybody hate on you. Celebrate your shit. I don't care how small it is. I don't care if you're not making no money. Okay? I feel like this. The same way I moved around Jamaica, okay? Acting like Inventing Anna. This is how I'm rolling through my whole life. Okay? I'm rolling through my whole life as Inventing Anna. That shit with the Tindler Swindler and Inventing Anna and all these other shits that's coming on Netflix, they have shown me it's about the attitude, it's about the way you carry yourself. I love it. I love it. But good morning, good morning. So anybody watch anything interesting on TV before we get into the topic? I didn't put the topic up today, right? Because I wasn't sure what I wanted to discuss. There's one particular thing that I want to discuss, and it might take up the whole show. I'm not sure yet, right? But I'm not going to bring it up yet, but it's coming. Oh, I forgot to do something on Facebook, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Okay. All right, that's better. I had to go back to Facebook to make sure I am capturing the Facebook crowd. All right. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, Funkin' Crystals. Good morning. Good morning. So there's one thing that I wanted to talk about today, right? Oh, before I get into that, you see how my mind goes? Anything interesting that you guys are watching on TV? Yesterday, I watched a family movie. Oh, Rashmi, watch it with Chunk. It's called Ruby. Saved by Ruby. It's on Netflix. It's a good family show, right? It's a true story, right? Anybody watch Lassie growing up? I know I'm showing my age. I know I am. Anybody watch Lassie growing up? What does that say? I mouth, so catering. I mouth, I mouth, or catering. Okay, I know I butchered some names, but good morning. Good morning. All right. Watch Saved by Ruby. It reminds me of Lassie. Anybody watch Lassie growing up, where the dog always saves someone, right? That's a good family movie. I normally don't pick movies like that when I'm just, oh, rescued by Ruby. That's what it is. Oh, so you know it's out there. Okay, Rashmi, Rescued by Ruby. It's on Netflix, okay? I said Saved by Ruby, but y'all have found it. The fuck? Rescued by Ruby. Watch that with Chunk. That is a really good movie. It really is. It has some depth to it, right? It's good for the children. Hey, Glamour 47. It's good for the children, and it's good for it's good for the children, and it's good for the adults. It has a lot of depth in it. right? It talks about being confident in yourself and believing in yourself. A lot of times, and the correlation between the owner, the dog owner, and the dog, it was amazing. It was amazing. How many of you look for new job opportunities, or think about starting a new business and you're doubting yourself, right? You're doubting yourself. You don't trust your intuition, your instincts, your next moves, any of that. This is a good movie. And then this movie, it touches on all of that. Having doubts about yourself, right? Not feeling confident. And then it shows the other side where you have people supporting you and you didn't even realize that people at the rate that people are supporting you. But they are supporting you. They're pushing you and you don't even realize it. It's a great movie. Something I normally wouldn't pick, but I'm glad that I did. Hey, Soulful BBW. Oh, pause for a minute. So, Soulful BBW, I saw you post a post about our resident Coffee with Friends member, Michelle, right? You all know Michelle battles with cancer. That's not private information. All right, we've talked about it here on Coffee with Friends. And Soulful BBW, you mentioned in your post that Michelle is about to have a surgery. And so I just want to pause for a minute and say that Coffee with Friends sends prayers, okay, for strength, okay, during this difficult time. Make sure you let her know, Soulful BBW, that we are here and we're praying for her. All right. Michelle is going into surgery. I don't know if that surgery is today, in a couple of days, or next week, but throw a couple of prayers out there for our Coffee with Friends members that might be going through some things. Hey, protagonist. Oh, shoot, you got me on your PlayStation. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. So I wanted to say that really quick. Send a prayer out for our homegirl, right? This is how we love up on our brothers and sisters, right? We might not be able to go see them in the hospital. Okay. We might not be able to call them on the phone because we don't personally know them. But on this platform, okay, if I know one of you are struggling and need a prayer or need a shout out, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Right? All right. Oh, you Googled it real quick. Thank you. I appreciate that because I really wanted to get the right name of the movie. Thank you, Rashmi, for that. I'll add it to your movie night list. My movie night list or our movie night list you made, like you and the kids. Y'all do movie night, not me, but I'll come and join you. Good morning, Johnny Leon Hill. Johnny, you still have, listen, I literally talked about the topic we had the other day when I asked you guys, what is it about your lady that makes you want to come home to her every night? And Johnny, you fucked me up. I was still talking about your response to a friend of mine the other day. I love it. My wife is my best friend. Baby, that's stuck on me. Okay? That's stuck on me. Good morning, the General. Rashmi said, also waiting for the new Cheaper by the Dozen movie with Gab Union. Okay. That's another movie coming out. All right. Now, I know Glam 47 hooked me up and told me to go watch Fresh. I think it's Fresh on Prime. She said, Fresh is crazy. That's another good something to watch. So here we are throwing out ideas and stuff for entertainment as we are in the middle of the week and the weekend is coming. In case you're looking for something to watch. Hey, Future Miso. And in case you're looking for something to watch, we're giving you ideas. Okay. Cheaper by the Dozen. Rescue by Ruby. Okay. Hulu. Fresh on Hulu. That's definitely on my list. Glamour 47, I appreciate you. I got to say. Glamour 47 is one of the Coffee with Friends members that always, well, besides being family, because but she's one of the Coffee with Friends members that always keeps me up to date on movies. We like the same type of movies. So when she finds something good, she does not hesitate to reach out to me and let me know, you better jump on this. And I appreciate that. Fresh is on Hulu. Look at you, Rashmi. Wait a minute. Listen, this is the mom whose son on one day has drum lessons, basketball lessons. What is the third one? Did I miss the third one already? He has drum lessons, basketball lessons, and track. All three activities in one day. And you still keeping up with shit. You know Fresh is on Hulu. How the fuck you know Fresh is on Hulu when you have a kid that got three activities on one day? You should be half dead today because all three of those activities took place yesterday. As a matter of fact, how is my grandson? I should have called his ass last night. Make sure he was still surviving. Did he survive all three of those activities yesterday? These kids be busy. Wow. Hey, Veronica Madison. Glamour 47 said Fresh is not a family movie. Let's clear the air. Let's get that shit out in the open right now. Fresh is not a family movie. We said Rescued by Ruby and Cheaper by the Dozen were family movies. Fresh is an adult movie, y'all. All right? All right. Yes, I know you got me, Glamour 47, and I appreciate that. Oh, you watch all your shows on Hulu. Okay, got it. Good morning, Mother. Good morning. All right. Thank you, everyone, for the prayers for Michelle. I see the scrolling for the prayers for Michelle. So, hopefully she feels all that positive energy. I appreciate that. All right. You said Turning Red. Oh, my God. Good. Wait, Turning Red? That's another name of a movie? That's a family movie, Turning Red? Okay. Rashmi said, yes, everything was great, especially basketball. We'll call you later with more details. Okay. Okay, because he's booked and busy, right? Cheaper by the Dozen was good. I enjoyed it a lot. Okay, so Rashmi, Future Miso already saw Cheaper by the Dozen, and she said it was good. All right, so y'all got weekend shit to do. Don't say coffee with friends. Don't give y'all weekend shit to do. Get your motherfucking coffee or your tea, and we're going to get into, I'm going to share y'all something I want to talk about real quick. Get that coffee or tea. Now, for those on YouTube and Facebook, let me go up because this is something I want to celebrate, but then again, I want to say, fuck you. I want to celebrate this, but I want to say, okay, so Turning Red, before I share the topic on the screen and I'll read it for IG. Turning Red is another family movie. Hey, McCliver, it's on Disney. She watched it with the grandkids, okay? Turning Red, that's another movie. Don't say y'all ain't got shit to do for the weekend, all right? All right, so I'm sharing a topic on an act that was just passed, right? The Crown, right? The Crown Act. Are y'all aware of the Crown Act? The Crown Act started, I think California was one of the first places. I didn't get a chance to read through it in depth, but California was one of the first places to pass the Crown Act law, right? The Crown Act is an act written, right, to prevent you from being discriminated from wearing your natural hair. The Crown Act is creating a respectful and open world for natural hair. That's what the Crown Act is, y'all. Now, I sat with this for a minute, right? I sat with this for a minute, and then I would go back and read the comments and see if there's anything I missed. But I sat with this for a minute and I said, I want to celebrate this, right? I want to celebrate the Crown Act. Again, it means creating a respectful and open world for natural hair. At first, I was like, wow, this is good. And then I said, fuck you. Why the fuck? Why are we still passing laws to protect Black folk? Because this is what that's about. This don't have nothing to do with white folk hair. It don't have nothing to do with Indian folk hair. It don't have nothing to do with Puerto Rican people here. I'm just being real. Y'all motherfuckers out there can believe what y'all want to believe. This ain't got shit to do with nothing but Black folks. Why do we still need to pass laws to protect Black folks? This is like that fucking law, that lynching law. Why are we even discussing passing a lynching law? Why does that have to be a separate act, a separate law? Motherfucker, you lynching someone, that's murder. So, sometimes I know I could be difficult with the government, right? And I know I could sound ungrateful, right? But why do they need to write laws specific to Black people? That to me, low key tells me we still enslaved, right? Because you still freeing us by these little acts of laws that you're putting in place. You're not putting in laws, specific laws for white folk, right? Any law that goes in for white folk is a general law for everybody. But then you got these little fucking acts that come out for the Black folks. No lynching, the Crown Act. What the fuck is this? I don't know how y'all feeling about this. Because let me tell y'all something, baby. I am learning to give zero fucks even more. The other day, at work, I have some bosses that like to turn the camera on. Okay? And this is how I look most days, right? This is how I look most days. Y'all see my hair, right? And I try to hide this from work or I try to tame it a little bit. I don't go to work just like this, right? I try to tame it, pin it, make it look a little decent or whatever the case may be. But I still rock my natural hair. But I got tired the other day, y'all, right? Because my boss kept calling me. And I was working, and I'm working from home. And I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I don't be working. I be working from home just like this. I don't know what the rest of y'all motherfuckers do. If y'all dress the fuck up, put your button down shirts on, whatever the fuck you do. This is how I work from home. But lately, in some of my conference calls, I've been running to throw on a pullover shirt because I have a series of bosses that likes to turn the camera on. All right. And so I've been running to put on a shirt. A couple of times I had my head wrapped. I had to take the head wrap off and throw a wig on. And then lately I'm like, why? Why am I going through all of this? Why am I rushing to take my head wrap off? We talked about that. What's so harmful about me wearing my head wrap if it relates to my culture? Right? What's so harmful if I turn the camera on and I look like this? So the other day, I had a meeting with my boss. And I had the camera off initially. And I had my sweat jacket on, not this one, but the gray one. Or I don't know. Yeah, the gray one. And I said to myself, I am working from home, right? I'm a Black woman with natural hair, right? I turned that motherfucking camera on. I did. And I sat there looking at him just like this. Yep. Now, I don't know what the fuck he said when he got off the conference call, right? But he might have said, well, Dad, that's the first time I seen her hair just out like that, because he's new, right? And I have my sweat jacket on. I'm the fuck home. This is who I am. This is how I wear my hair. Why do we have to be so conscious about our fucking hair? And why is there a whole act to protect us from this? I don't know. All right. Okay, so AJ wants to see that movie too. Oh, Turning Red. Okay. Good morning, Shirley. Grand Rising. All right. Johnny Hill said Turning Red is a movie about a girl going through puberty. I love it. I'm going to watch it. I really enjoyed how Disney keeps difficult conversations and topics open for people to talk to their kids about. I love it. A child going through puberty. I love it. Go Disney. I absolutely love it. Okay. Rashmi said on topic, the fact that we have to tame our hair is why they put those laws in place. It's crazy and unfair. Now you made a good point. The law was put in place because Black women and men are being constantly discriminated against, right, in the professional environment because of their hair, right? And in school systems. Let's not forget the fucking schools. where plenty of kids were sent home for having their hair a certain way. And don't forget, a lot of private schools have in their rule book, okay, their ethical guidebook, braids are not allowed, this is not allowed, that's not allowed. So exactly right, Rashmi. That is exactly why the Crown Act was generated, to stop the foolishness about Black women and Black men's hair and what the fuck they're doing with it. But the mere fact that we were being targeted in the first place is the problem. Why is it that the Black, listen, I don't mean no offense. I don't, y'all, because you know I'm for loving up on our brothers and sisters, but I'm for the fucking truth at the same damn time. Okay? Black folk. I'm not talking about Spanish folk. I'm not talking about all colored people. I'm talking about Black folk. This law is for the Black folk. Okay? I don't understand. How are y'all feeling about this? Rashmi said, laugh out loud. Why would you have to get dressed up for the camera anyway? Yes, y'all are working all from home because, baby, they do it. Listen, when they turn that camera on, these motherfuckers be having button-down shirts on. Yesterday, they turned the camera on. Everybody turned the camera on but me, because I saw that they were all dressed up and I was sitting here with, y'all saw what the fuck I had on yesterday, right? And I said, I'm not turning the camera on. Okay, first of all, I have to ride my Peloton. I have not showered yet. I'm not putting on no button-down shirt. I don't get up in the morning and take a shower and get dressed for work to come sit in front of my shit. I shower before I go to bed. I get up in the morning, I do coffee with friends, and I go to fucking workout. That's why I got my workout clothes on. And then I shower after that. I don't have time to be putting on button-up shirts and shit like that. I don't. All right, Rashmi said, yes, these schools are out of control. Remember the boy whose locks got cut off right before his wrestling match in order for him to compete? Yep. This is why this law is in place, right? I remember that. But the mere fact that Black people are still fighting just to be fucking Black. That's what I say. We're fighting to still be Black. We are asking permission for our Blackness. They are passing laws for us to be Black. I'm offended by it. Don't keep passing no law just so I can wear my hair like this. Y'all remember when white folks used to go get perms? Their perms are the opposite. Their perms make their hair curly, right? The perms that the Black folks get make their hair straight, right? So when all these white folks was going out getting these perms and getting these curly fucking afros and showing up to work, did anybody give a fuck about that? Nobody gave a fuck about that. Rashmi said, I read a story the other day that said a young man wasn't going to be able to walk at his graduation because of his locks. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? This is why the Creating a Respectful Open World of Natural Hair Act was created. But the fucking point is, why are we still creating laws to protect Black folks? Like, that is fucking insane to me. Like, you have a whole school of people and you have a school administration saying that this boy can't walk because he has locks in his hair. Okay? What is that? And nobody in the school, none of the administration is fighting against that for this person. No one is standing up saying that this is completely absurd. See, I couldn't be the parent. I could not be the parent, okay, that had the child where I got a phone call that said, my kid is not walking because of his hair. I couldn't have been the parent. Because, baby, this would have been, you know, I just couldn't have been the parent. I don't know what the fuck to say. Like certain shit like that, it just makes my whole fucking entire ass itch. Okay. Um, Future Miso says she watched Turning Red by herself. Okay. Protagonist says, I would wear my long locks all over corporate America. The fuck? Well, now, they're not really bothering anybody over the locks anymore. Right? But I guess it depends on the company. See, in my company, motherfuckers walk around with red, purple, pink, all color hair, right? All color hair. I have gone to work with all kind of hairstyles. Listen, Rashmi does my hair. She know I've gone to work with all kind of hairstyles. Nobody says anything to me. I've gone to work looking like this. I have. But that took time. That took me giving zero fucks. That took me risking me losing my job. No, they're not going to say, we firing you because your hair. They're not going to say that. Right? But they're going to think of other reasons why I don't fit the model of the company, right? Why I can't get VP status, why I can't get these levels of higher status because I look like this, but I don't give a fuck. See, this is why I always say to people, stop worrying about the titles on the paper. I promise you, if you've known me for many, many years, you would know that this is something that I stand by. You could call my ass fiddler on the motherfucking roof in corporate America. I don't give a damn what title you give me. I will ask for a promotion, right? I will ask for a title, but if you don't give me the title, the one thing I am going to ask for is money. Focus on the money, folks. All right? Because a lot of our black asses are not getting to those offices. A lot of our black asses may not get that VP title, okay? Or that senior VP title, okay? We might not get those titles, but get the fucking money. I'm telling you, the money you can get. And this is why I tell people I'm comfortable. I love my job. I mean, I hate it sometimes, right? But who doesn't, right? But the one thing I do get is the money. They can call me what the fuck they want. Get the money. So I show the fuck to work like this. No, you might not give me VP title, but you gonna pay me. I'll sit out here on this desk in the open seating. I don't need a corner office, but you gonna pay me. Okay, protagonist says, I tell people if you have a problem with my hair, take it up with God. I ain't asked for these perfect hair structures. You know what? Glamour 47 said beards not allowed. They consider them a weapon. What? Beards? I know you type beads, but I want to think you're saying beards. Now, beards are still not accepted at some jobs, y'all. How could that be? How could that be? Okay, so we talked about the head wraps before, right? And I mentioned the sheiks, and I mentioned the Muslim women wearing the hijabs, right? I mentioned all of that, right? So now we're talking about beards. Did y'all know that Muslim men do not shave their beards? That's why I didn't recognize my motherfucking father when he was in the casket, because they shaved his beard and I was fucking mad, right? My dad always had a beard. They do not shave their beards. Sheiks do not shave their beards, right? How do you tell people that are religiously bound in their belief that they can't have their beard? They can't. It's against the law. It's against the law. See, that is a law. That's protected. You cannot. Religious, right? But you have to have that reason. It's a religion. It's a religion. Well, how about I fucking like this beard on my face? Why does it have to be attached to a religion to protect myself? Who works at a company where beards are not? Oh, beads. You really did mean beads? Beads not allowed. They consider them a weapon. Okay, so you did mean beads. Okay, so I thought you meant beards. All right, but just so I can continue with this thought, who works at a job where beards are still being challenged, where you are told that you have to shave your beards? Now, back to Glamour 47's response since I fucked that up. Beads. So we can't wear beads to your job? Protagonist says, see why I'm trying to build a school? I got time to teach, not question hair textures or beads, I guess. Because Glamour 47 said you can't wear beads at her job. Why? Good morning, Mika Norris. Good morning, AG from Facebook. Um, Rashmi said, hell, since COVID, I don't even dress up for the office anymore. I'm wearing a sweatshirt and jeans right now. Laugh out loud. I wonder, are they going to instill us to go back? At what point do we go back to normal dressing for the office? Me, I don't know, because I don't know if I'm going back to the office, right? In particularly, but who's ready to get dressed the fuck back and go into the office normal? Because I know I'm not. Christine Beauty Lounge said, I'm so great because there was an elementary school here in Georgia, sent the boy home because he had a little bit of color in his hair with braids. Wow. Parents got on the news because they would defend the other classmate. They was to say the girls couldn't wear certain types of colors, braids with colors of braids in their hair. This is elementary and kids were very upset. Yes, these things are happening, y'all. Right? But you know the funny shit? You know the funny shit? When I was going to school, the white folks, they were wearing those colorful shits in their hair first. Well, I don't know first, but my first experience seeing color in people's hair, like the green and the pink and the purples, that was done by white folk. That's what I experienced. That was my first introduction to the rainbow colors. I'm not talking about dyeing your hair blonde or dyeing your hair brown. That shit I knew. But I'm talking about those rainbow color shits like the bright green and the purples and the blues. I experienced that in school with the white folks. Okay. And them white folks went to school and nobody complained about their hair. So when did the issue of color and braids become an issue in school? When black folks start doing it? When black folks start putting all these bright ass colors in their hair, that's when it became a problem. White folks been doing it since I was going to school. When did this shit become a problem? I got fucking answers and questions and very little answers. Okay. Beads not allowed. I'm still shaking my head on that. Okay. That's okay, Christine. I read around the typos. I do the best I can. I know. Protagonist said, everyone is mad at me because I don't care about titles, yet I have the skills to do it all. Future said, many Israelites don't shave their beards also. True. And some of them dye them shits with henna. Oh, okay. All right. So you meant beads. Because now you type needs. Glamour 47. A couple of girls were not able to participate in sports because of them. Wow. Because beads are a weapon? Okay. I mean, I don't know if I necessarily have an issue with that though. Right? Sports are very tricky. Like, I could see why they wouldn't want them to wear certain things in sports. That I can see. But not the hair though. Not the hair. Johnny Leon Hill said, I will defer to my black women and my brothers with locks and braids, but I can appreciate this act. So others who don't understand their biasness, why are they offended with us being authentically us? See, the reason why, Johnny, I have a problem with the act is, why do we need an act to protect us from our natural hair? Why is the black community the only community where specific laws are still being written for them to protect them? That's a fucking problem for me. Right now, I know it's a good thing that they write these laws, but why do they have to write specific laws for black people? It's like, and this is an asshole move because it's an opinion, and opinions are like assholes. So this is what I'm giving you. I'm giving you my asshole moment, okay? And so I feel like, you know how they write laws for you not to kill a certain endangered species and shit like that? Like, why are you treating the black race like you got to have certain laws for them? Like, that lynching shit really blew me out the water because I'm like, motherfucker, that's murder. Y'all know that lynching is against the law. That's a part of murder. But you specifically had to write a law or in the process of writing a law that says lynching is against the law. Didn't we fucking know that though? Did we really need a separate law that said lynching is against the law, y'all? Or did y'all already know? Did y'all have a question in your mind that say, oh, maybe, maybe lynching is legal? Did y'all ever think for a minute that lynching was legal? I it makes my ass itch. I don't know. It makes my ass itch. Oh, Johnny, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Johnny said police officers can't wear beards. I didn't know that. Interesting. Why? Does anybody know why police officers can't wear beards? And it's funny you said that. I've never been stopped by a police officer that had a beard. Now that you say that, wow. The protagonist said to play for the New York Yankees, no mustache or beard. Oh, wow. Okay. Glamour said, no, not at my job. Duke allows it all. I was talking about the school children. Oh, okay. The school children, not at your job. Okay. Duke allows it all. Okay. You know what, AG? Oh my God. Yeah, Johnny, I just read that police officers can't wear beards. Wow. Rashmi said, yeah, that was considered like a punk rock look. Right. AG said white people colored their hair with Kool-Aid. Yup. Listen, my Asian girlfriend, I had to say Asian because I needed y'all to understand she wasn't black. And her daughter used to color her hair with Kool-Aid. They didn't have no problem with that. So the Asian community, the white community, every other community can go to school, been going to school for years, put Kool-Aid colors in their motherfucking hair. Okay? And nobody had a problem with it until what happened? Until black folks start doing it. Then we need a whole fucking law to protect us from it. Do y'all remember? I went to a almost all white high school, so I seen the shit. Y'all remember when they used to come in there, like Rashmi said, the punk rock look, half of their hair be shaved, hair be all spiked up, all different colors. They used to do all kind of wild shit in my high school. Nobody gave a fuck. But when the black folks start showing up like this and putting some color in their hair, now we need a Crown Act. That's the whack shit. That's the whack shit for me. I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm just giving y'all my asshole moment. That's the whack shit for me. Soulful BBW said, nobody better have no rosary beads at that damn job either. Oh! Because they said no beads allowed. That means rosary beads too. That means no motherfucking praying. Rosary beads, Buddha beads, Muslim beads, no beads. Wow. Rashmi said, I can see how beads can get in the way of basketball. That's why I said I couldn't argue about the beads because that's not specific to race, right? Beads are just beads, right? That's not specific to race, right? I can understand that. That's not targeting a specific person. No one could wear beads, right? That's different a little bit. Glamour said, but I walk into Target and I get a graffiti board checking me out or piercings all over their face. Do they need rules too? I have nothing at all against it, but damn. But that's why I have a problem with these laws that they come out with. I saw people on social media celebrating the Crown Act yesterday, and I was on the fence. I was like, I don't know if I'm celebrating this shit or I'm saying fuck you. I'm still on the fence with this. I am. Johnny said, my kids go to schools where they have to wear uniforms. The only way they can show their individuality is their hair and their shoes. Leave the kids alone and let them express themselves. Well, like I said, the white folk been expressing themselves. I'm just telling the fucking truth. And as soon as the black motherfuckers want to come out and express themselves, it's a problem. I don't know. I'm on the fence with I like it or fuck you. Rashmi said, hair swinging might hit someone in the eye, fall out on the floor, and a player can slip and get injured. True, but they can wrap their hair up. They can put something around their hair. They could do a lot of things. Right? I can even see if they said cut it a little shorter so that you can wrap it. You know, they got all kind of dread styles. You can wrap it, so make it the parent's responsibility or the teenager's responsibility. Not tell them they got to cut their whole head off, right? But tell them to wrap it up, pin it, right? Make it their responsibility. The same way when you sign your kid up for ballerina school, and your kid got a little short hair like this, and it can't get snatched in a ponytail, right? But the ballerina school has a requirement based on the dance that's happening for everybody to have a bun on top of their head. What you do? You figure the fuck out how to get that little girl's hair from here up to the top of her head into a bun, right? Just like when motherfuckers got long hair, natural hair down their back, it's not in dreads, and they got to figure out how to maneuver it, how to work with it. They'll figure it out. But why are we telling them to completely shave it off? Just make it their responsibility to make sure it's wrapped up. Now, if they can't maintain it and they decide that they want to cut their shits off, that's on them. But make sure that they understand when you come to practice, I don't give a damn what your dreads are doing, but they better be up. They better be up. I agree with the hair swinging. That could be dangerous, but then put rules in place to make sure people's hair is pinned up. Okay. Cheryl Lee said Western society look at straight hair as beauty and gauge us by their standards. Remember when Don Imus called the girls at the college in New Jersey nappy headed hoes? This is what I'm saying. You know, and Jada Pinkett did a little snippet video the other day, and I watched it. And you know, she talked about, you know, she's been talking about the alopecia and the troubles that she had with her hair. And one of the things that she said was when she was, you know, coming up in Hollywood, trying to get roles for shows, she always liked to wear her hair out and curly. But that wasn't what they needed. That wasn't what they wanted. They wanted her to constantly have her hair pressed. It had to have this European look, right? And over the years, the constant manipulation of her hair to maintain it and keep it straight to get the roles that she wanted in Hollywood added to the alopecia that she's having today. She says now she has gotten to the point in her career where she don't give a fuck, right? And she's like, look at me, I'm bald-headed and I don't care. Right. But there's two things there, Jada, why you don't care. But let me just finish this thought out. Right. She said, I don't care. Now I don't give a shit because I don't care who don't like my bald head. I love it. But see, Jada is rich now, so she ain't got to manipulate her head for no damn body. But this is a perfect example. Jada, in order for her to get the roles that she wanted to get in Hollywood, she had to straighten her hair because Western society gauged us based on European beauty standards. And they still do. And that's why we got to have Crown Act. I'm not European, motherfuckers. Georgie said lynching is legal and not considered murder. But that's the fucking problem I'm having, Georgie. When you lynch someone, don't they fucking die? It's murder. Like, that's the shit that... Listen, y'all. I cannot. I can't, because this is what it really aggravates me, because this goes to show you that Black people are still so mistreated in this United States of America, right? Because how can lynching be legal and it's not considered murder, but you fucking die? Like, because lynching is mostly done on people of color, so they don't give a fuck. That's why I be on the fence with these laws. Oh, the military can't have beards either? Okay. Georgie said, I did a video about it a few weeks ago. That's why it's no good to someone was lynched. Even today, it's like saying someone skipped rocks, which also isn't illegal. Oh, you typing and driving? Shame, 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 shame. Okay, your nephew can't have any facial hair. Okay, Christine Beauty Lounge said, because Black folks made it into fashion, we could do all different things to our hair. That's why we are queens. Do you understand? We are queen with all the looks. Right. True. Soulful said, them damn white girls always flipping their hair though. Had to snatch one chick on the train, flipping her shit and hitting people. I had enough. Oh, that happened to me in Jamaica, y'all. I'm always almost getting into some shit. And I was out there by myself. That was that white affair party. And this girl, she got drunk. What people do at resorts. So I wasn't hating on her for that. Right? But she's standing there doing this. And I'm standing behind her. I grabbed her shoulder. I said, relax. She was like, what? Relax. You are hitting me with your hair. Relax. We were watching a fire show. So, people are standing around. And she's like this. I was like, relax. I couldn't take it. Don't be fucking flicking your lights over here. Okay? Like, a soulful BBW, listen, I don't have any patience. I don't. And I feel like sometimes the hair flippers, they're not conscious that other people are around us. So sometimes you got to grab them motherfuckers and be like, relax. I swear I looked at, now that could have been 2 altercations for me on vacation. And this particular one, I was by myself. I didn't have my girl behind me going, we fucking getting kicked out today. Nope, I was out there by myself. I grabbed that bitch. Now, she could have turned around and swung on me because I touched her. But I was ready for the shits. I was like, the fuck? And I was drinking too. I can't. I can't. All right. Georgie says some bullshit bill was passed a few years ago about lynching, but nothing came of it. They're still trying to pass it to this day. They're still working on that lynching law. I'm fucking baffled, y'all. I'm completely confused as to why we need a lynching law. Did we need a separate law for stabbing? Did we need a separate law for gun shooting? Murder is fucking murder. Motherfuckers, you hang somebody from a tree or the fuck whatever and they dead, that's murder. So how could you justify lynching as being legal? Because the country don't give a fuck about y'all black asses. And they pass these little fucking laws so that we can celebrate. But fuck you. You know that song, Summer Walker? You wondering if I hate you? Fuck you. This is like a joke. It is. Okay. Georgie said, imagine if lynching was considered illegal before some of these folks in the pictures they made gray and color picture time died, and all the white folk in high places that would have been jailed. I understand why it wasn't legal back in the day because, one thing. But today, in today's day and time, for us to be still talking about lynching being illegal is absurd to me. It's absurd to me. People, we are the lowest on the totem pole that this country gives a fuck about. I'm sorry. And when I say we the lowest on the totem pole, when they gave the Ukrainians free education at Hampton University, they showed y'all that they don't give a fuck about the education and the people struggling here trying to get education and the fucking school loans that are killing us, right? All of them people are still ahead of us. We still trying to fight not to get hung from a fucking tree because that's still legal. AG said, I did 90% white schools and their sneakers is always dirty. Wait a minute. I'm dead. All right, right? Because y'all know black folks don't fucking play with their sneakers. That's something we would notice. AG, I'm going to fight you. I am. But that's something we might notice. I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. I don't know, y'all. Y'all need to pay attention to what's going on in our legislation and how our black asses are just out here exposed and being attacked. And they pass these little laws for us to celebrate. Oh, the beads in the hair. Now that, okay, let's stop for a minute, y'all. Okay, I want to talk about, okay, the beads in the hair. Rashmi said, I'm talking about the beads in the hair. Now I got something to say about that. Now, Rashmi. Now, I seen a little girl on Chunk's team that has beads in her hair. Rashmi, be quiet because you know who I'm talking about. Just I mean, parents. If your kids are playing in sports, you don't have to cover the whole braid in beads. Okay? Because every time they run, or when this little girl run past me, all I hear is when she be swinging her head back and forth, I feel like the beads are gonna fuck her face up. Parents, if your kids are in sports, please limit the amount of beads you putting in your kids' hair, because there's a little girl that plays on Chunk's team. Well, she used to play on a softball team. I haven't seen her in a little bit, but she has so many fucking beads in her hair. I was like, oh my God. Like, I don't think that that's good for sports. I mean, I think she gonna fuck herself up and other people. So I agree with the beads. Like, limit the amount of beads you put in your kids' hair if they play sports. I agree with that. And even if it's for a religious purpose, I don't think you need to cover the whole damn braid in beads. Okay, if they're in sports. Now, if they just going to school and going to fuck home and you want them to have a head full of beads, so be it. Good morning, Hearts of Fire. Exactly, Rashmi. Please help me, because I got so excited that I disconnected my headphone. Okay, I did. I disconnected my headphone. I got so damn excited. Okay, so help me understand why lynching is not murder. I'm trying to understand it too, Rashmi. I'm trying to understand it, and my ass is just on fire. I'm gonna need a whole tube of Preparation H after this coffee with friends. Hey, Wealth and Success. Good morning. Johnny said there is a story about a young man in Southeast DC was found hanging from a tree. No investigation was done. No one was questioned. They ruled it as suicide and moved on. His sister is still, I heard about this story. His sister is still fighting to find out the truth as to what happened to him. I heard about that story. And this is why it makes my ass itch. Because they are giving people permission to hang black motherfuckers. That's what this is. How is there a black man hanging from a tree and you call it suicide? Did he climb up the tree, put the noose around his neck, and then jump out the tree from the tree branch? How he fucking get up there? I cannot. Cheryl Lee said it's a money thing as well. Black people spend more on hair products than any other race. Right. But my whole thing is, why, if we do that, then that's a positive, right? Then why attack us for the way we come to school and shit when I was going to school, white folks been doing it. That's the shit that makes my ass itch. I'm 55 years old. I know what the fuck I saw. Forest Hills High School, y'all. Anybody that grew up in Queens, that know Forest Hills High School, sits in Forest Hills, Queens, in a Jewish neighborhood. And when I entered that school, I was the second population of black folk to enter that school. That school was majority of white. And they used to come to fucking school with them fucking clown shits on their tongue, acid or whatever, and they would stick their tongue out. Like, I have the clowns and shit on their tongue, spiked fucking hair, all different color hair. They'd wear the leather jackets with the metal spikes and shit in it. But when the black folks start expressing themselves in the fashion, now we need a fucking law. Bite me. That happened in the 80s. I heard a story like that, though, where they're still trying to find out what happened to that boy that hung in that tree. It sounds like the same story. And the mere fact that the shit happened in the 80s is fucking crazy. You're talking 38, 40 years ago. AG said Forest Hill High School was not far from my high school. It was all white. Thank you, AG. When I entered Forest Hills High School, they were still chasing the black boys and beating them up and calling them niggas. True fucking story. They didn't bother the black girls, but they were chasing the black boys, calling them niggas. These black motherfuckers was hauling ass every fucking day after school. every day after school. It didn't tone down until every year after my class got into the school, more and more black kids started to enter Forest Hills High School. But let me tell you something. It was a war zone for these black motherfucking boys that went to that school. And the fashion was very expressive. But as soon as the black folk come out with their expression, we need a law. Georgie said, Robin, some of those people are still alive in high places. I bet the fuck they are. Okay, AG. So see, I be so glad when motherfuckers when motherfuckers come on here and they understand and they correlate with my story. Y'all know I ain't lying. AG said on IG, exactly. The white boys chased us at school too. This was the times I went to school. They were still chasing the black motherfucking boys, calling them niggas, threatening to whip their ass just because they were black. And Georgie said, it's not going to be illegal until all of those people who participated are dead and gone in generation. No, it's not going to be legal until a white motherfucker is caught hanging from a tree, lynched. That's when they'll fucking make it legal. That's when they'll be like, this is murder, y'all. There's a white motherfucker hanging from a tree. This is murder. That's when it will become a law. They ain't find a white motherfucker hanging from a tree yet, did they? Anybody on here know? Did they find a white motherfucker hanging yet from a tree? Not hanging in their garage, because we know, that's different shit. I'm talking hanging from a tree, lynch style. Anybody know of a story where a white person was found lynched? Because if not, then that'll be the day it will be taken serious. Hey, what we doing logistics? Good morning. Long time no see. AG said, I went to Franklin K. Lane, 90 to 95%. We always had racial fights in school. I'm telling you. Black folks been fighting all their life. Okay? Johnny Leon Hill said, they justify lynching by using it as a form of capital punishment for black persons doing something wrong. Well, Johnny, you are continuing to prove my point. You are continuing to prove my point. You see how exposed we are as a race in this country? And they remind us every day when they pass acts like this shit here, the Crown Act. They remind us every day that we are in danger in the United States of America, and we need these laws separate laws from the regular laws to specifically protect us. Why? Bugging. Lynching is murder. Lynching is murder. And the mere fact that they don't see that as murder because they ain't found a white man lynched yet tells me that this country is still not protecting us, y'all. We're surviving, yes. Okay? We're navigating through, but we're still making adjustments to fit into the European way of life in a lot of ways. Soulful said they need to start hanging their ass behind every lynching of a black person. Bet they would stop. What we doing? Here's a topic. Biden election of black women with a white husband. Oh! We done talked about that administration already. Where have you been? What we doing logistics? You've been logisticking. Juanita said, everyone treats us like garbage under a rock, right? And that's how I feel when I see these acts. So yes, I want to say, y'all, it's 9:05. And I want to say, yes, I know a lot of people out here are celebrating the Crown the Creating a Respectful and Open World for Natural Hair Act. I get it, right? I absolutely do get it. But I am on the fence with celebrating this act. Right? Because I feel like, the black people are still being separated and targeted in isolated forms. Right? And they show it to me every time they pass a fucking act like this. I don't know. I'm saying fuck you. Okay? Cheryl Lee say if they restrict us to gelling and straightening our hair, we have to spend money on their products that they get paid for. But we still spending money on their products, right? Think about it. Think about it. My hair is natural, but I have products. A lot of the I use Pros. Pros is the hair care system I use to wash my hair. I'm pretty sure it's white owned. So white folks, y'all ain't got to worry about us stop using your products. We gonna use the black products, but the white products are still in rotation in our cabinets. Y'all ain't got to worry about that. Okay? Some of the places that we buying our wigs and shit from are still white companies, y'all. Right? They ain't got to worry about that. We ain't got to gel our hair down and perm our hair. They still getting the money. When's the last time you opened your cabinet? You notice how many hair products you have? Go do your research. You think all them hair companies are owned by black folk? People were surprised when Shea Moisture wasn't owned by black folk. Even Carol's daughter got taken over by L'Oreal. Georgie said, we are using mostly our own products, though. You know how they feel about us wealth building, but we're not. We think we are. A lot of these products that we're using, yes, we got some black products out there, Miss Jessie's, Taraji, but there's a lot of these products that we stand by, we use it in our hair, and they work for black hair. The one company I love getting my hair from, Her Given Hair. Like when I want to do clip-ins or I want to do a weave, I go get my hair from Her Given Hair. Their hair is beautiful. I've had great experience. I've had clip-ins from them for 5 years, and I wash them, dye them, revive them. They come back. And I was surprised that they were not owned by a black company. You'd be surprised. You think your products are black, but they're not all black, owned by black. Okay? They're not. All right? And so with that, y'all, this was a great topic. The Crown Act. Pay attention to what the government and these laws that are being passed. Pay attention to the laws that are specifically being passed to supposedly protect black people. Pay attention to the things that they have not even put in law, the things that they claim that they're trying to make legal, like lynching. They're trying to make that a law where it's illegal, whereas lynching to me should fall under the realm of murder. Right? I don't know of any lynching experiences where someone is lynched and they just get down and go home at the end of the day, walk away from a lynching, right? A lynching normally leads to somebody fucking dying. Why it's not under the capital realm of murder? Because we're black and they don't give a fuck. Right? So they still have it as legal. So if your ass is hanging from a tree, guess what? It's no foul play. Watch over your brothers and sisters, okay? And don't clap in your hands so fucking loud when they pass shit like this. The creating a respectful and open world for natural hair. That's only for y'all black asses, because white people, they've been walking around with their natural hair and doing what the fuck they want with their natural hair all these years, and nobody says shit. But we need a law. It further just reminds me that prejudice and racism is so fucking rampant that the black race, the black community still has to fight for humane rights, simple humane rights, just to fit in. Pay attention. Pay attention. And if you are the type of person that walks with confidence, okay, and you are attached to your culture and you walk around with your hair like this, keep going, right? Be the strength for your brothers and sisters that don't have the strength and the courage to go to work looking like this, okay, and being in your blackness. I'm one of them motherfuckers that got the strength and the courage, okay? The one thing about me is how I talk right here is how I speak at work. They gonna get this blackness all day and all night because that's who I am. Okay? And so I just wanted to have this conversation about the Crown Act. But y'all know the link is in my bio, y'all. Go to the link in my bio and follow me on IG, Facebook, YouTube, but especially YouTube, y'all, because listen, I am slowly migrating onto my podcast platform full time. Yes, I will still be popping on IG for Coffee with Friends in the morning, but all my other little sidekick shows that I'm going to start doing, like interviewing business owners, interviewing people that want to give testimonies and different things like that. That's going to be on YouTube. So make sure you are going to YouTube and you are subscribing to my channel and you are hitting the bell so that anytime I go live or anytime I post a new video up there, you are getting alerted that I have something up there. And remember, when you go on YouTube, always give me the thumbs up. Never the thumbs down. Never the thumbs down. Always the thumbs up, okay? And make sure you comment. Give me suggestions. If you don't like something I'm talking about or you want me to talk about something specific, shoot me a inbox. Let me know. Send me an email. Right? If you need my email address or anything like that, you know my email address is, put it here. Okay. So if you want to get me by email, you can email me. I'm sharing it on my screen for those that are on YouTube and Facebook. You can see it for those on IG. My email is simple. It's raw to the bone. Simple. How it's spelled on all my social media platforms at gmail.com. If there's something you want to send me, a suggestion, a topic, or anything you want to email me, email me. If you want to be interviewed on Coffee with Friends, if you want to talk about a testimony that you have, you know, I'm going to have a few people talk about their journey and their recovery and some of the things that they've gone through. But if there's something you want to share on Coffee with Friends, let me know. Right? I'll bring you on as a guest and we'll unpack that shit right here. If there's a new business venture that you're in and you want to share it with us, then share it with us. Okay? I'm sharing on my screen, on my platforms. Follow me on Facebook, Raw to the Bone. Follow me on IG, Raw to the Bone. All right. And then, of course, I have my website, rawtothebone.com. Make sure you are hitting my link tree. You will find all this information in there. All right. And with that, y'all, I want to say I appreciate y'all. Continue to love up on your brothers and sisters and pay attention to what's going on in our administration as it relates to the Black folk. And don't be so fast to celebrate something that's a simple thing that we should have had in the first place. I should have never had to fight for this. Why should we? This is who we are. Nobody else had to fight for their natural existence. Why are we still fighting for ours? Why are we still fighting to get lynching as an illegal act when it's murder? Why does everything that relates to the Black race have to be a fight? Why are we still fighting to be seen and to be protected in our administration? What is the United States of America doing for us as a race of people? Ask yourself that. And how can we at this level help? I say first, let's bring it out in the open. Let's talk. Let's have more open conversations about the things that are happening out here. Use your voice. That's the first thing you could do. Use your voice. Right? And with that, y'all, hey, I'm out, y'all. I want to say thank you for joining Coffee with Friends, y'all. Gone for now, but never gone forever. Join me tomorrow, Thursday. I don't know what the fuck the topic is going to be. All right? But show the fuck up anyway. And Coffee with Friends After Dark. I'm booting it up. Next Thursday at 8 o'clock, first night. Wish me luck. Wish us luck. Because I'm still in here trying to figure out the lighting, the topic, what the fuck my whole look is going to be. But it's going to be interesting. So if you're coming to Coffee with Friends After Dark, don't come here talking about, oh my God, you said pussy. Don't come there if you're not ready for the unfiltered. I'm already unfiltered at 8 a.m. But at 8 p.m., I'm pure raw. Okay? So come through, y'all. 8 o'clock on Thursday night, I'm going to start advertising. I promise y'all I'm going to send out a reminder video between today and tomorrow about next week, and I'm going to work on that topic. If you have any topics that you're interested in me booting up on Coffee with Friends After Dark, that's our risque topic. Anything sexual, anything relationship at a unfiltered level. That's what we're talking talking about it. All right. So make sure you will follow me. And Coffee with Friends After Dark will only be on YouTube and maybe Facebook, but it will not be on IG, y'all. So if IG users, if you're not following me on YouTube, you might miss it. But with that, y'all, going for now, never forever. Hey, let's turn this shit up. Peace.